Family ties. Daniel Steele, family ties. As it had been for several years now, it was an adjustment for Annie when her nieces and nephew left after the Thanksgiving weekend. Ted went back to his apartment and Katie to her dorm on Sunday night. The house felt like a tomb, and the only thing that cheered her was knowing that they would stay with her again over Christmas, which was only a month away. After so many years of living with them, and as her main focus and only personal life she lived for the times when they were together. She hated to admit it to anyone, even Whitney, but it was true. It was a relief to get back to work on Monday morning. She had 4 client meetings set up in one day and visited 2 of her job sites during lunch. And she didn't get back to the apartment until 8 that night. She was so tired. She looked at some plans and notes she had made during meetings with clients and then took a bath and went to bed. She was almost too tired to miss the kids, never bothered to eat dinner, and barely noticed the darkened rooms and silence in the apartment. It was the drug she had always used to counter loneliness and pain. Total immersion in work. The Monday after the Thanksgiving weekend was a busy day for Liz too. She had an important jewelry shoot for the March issue, and she had pulled major pieces from all over the world. The theme was spring, and all the jewelry she was using was in flower designs, leaves, and roots from their most important jewelry advertisers and some new designers that Liz had found herself. There were 3 armed guards at the shoot, and 4 of the currently most important models in the world. One of them had agreed to pose naked, literally covered in jewels, and the photographer they were using was major too. They were having fun on the set, trying things on and playing with them during breaks. Jean Louis stopped by when he finished his own shoot. Liz and her group were working late. Pretty short, he said admiringly from the sidelines as he stood next to Liz. She was wearing black leggings and a t-shirt, her long blonde hair pulled back in a ponytail, no makeup, and high-heeled Givenchy sandals, Givenchy sandals they had made especially for her. She looked tired and stressed. They had been working since 8 o'clock that morning, and she had been at the photographer's studio at 6 to set things up. Usually, she would have had an assistant to do it, but the pieces they were using were of such enormous value that she felt she should be there herself. Jean Louis put his arms around her and kissed her. They had been dating for months, with frequent breaks since they lived in separate cities, and they both traveled constantly for work. They tired to get together in Paris or New York once or twice a month. It seemed to work, and neither of them had time for more of a relationship. They were both rising stars in their fields. Lee's secret dream was to be editor of Vogue one day, and she knew that getting there was still years away. She had to make her mark as an outstanding editor first, and the stories she did not were key. Jean Louis was successful but more relaxed about his work. He told her that she took life too seriously, but Liz always had. Life had gotten very serious for her on a September Sunday when she was 12, and she had been intense about everything ever since. The one thing she never did was relax. She never took anything for granted, and she never got too attached. The only people she couldn't live without were her brother, sister, and aunt. The men in her life came and went. Jean Louis and accused her several times of being cool and detached. The ice princess, she called her. She wasn't, but she was standoffish with men. It was easy to understand why. She had told him she had lost her parents as a child, but she never went into a detail. Her night terrors afterward, the nightmares she had had and sometimes still did. She years the years of therapy to get over the loss were none of his business. All she wanted from Jean Louis was to have fun, and she liked that they worked in the same field. The men she went out with were always related to fashion. Other people didn't understand the crazy world in which she lived and how passionate she was about her work. Her aunt Annie felt the same way about what she did and had been a role model for Liz as she grew up. Her directive to Liz had been to follow her dream and do whatever it took to do it well. Liz had always tried to live by those rules and was highly respected in the world of fashion as a result. Her ideas were innovative, bold, and fresh.